Welcome to today's tutorial, folks. That's what I'm going to be teaching you. That is the introduction to Hola Ghost Spanish Moon. It's so epic. There are so many parts. There's probably more parts in that intro than there would be on an entire Taylor Swift album, Keith Urban album. Why am I picking on pop country today? Not sure. Anyhow, if you would really like to see that introduction, the way I played through it with scrolling tab underneath, you need to join my Patreon. That's something I offer to my Patreon members. I also offer the full, in this case, 12-page transcription, not just for this song, for a heap of stuff. Rockabilly, psychobilly, a little bit of jazz and swing as well. So all kinds of good guitar stuff that I like and you probably like too. Stick around. I'm going to bring the camera forward. I'm going to walk you through all the parts. Even if you don't join the Patreon, that's fine. I'm going to show you how to play everything in this lesson. You'll have a nice view of both my hands and I'll show you what's happening and talk you through it. But before we do, I just want to thank my latest members that have joined, Ben Johnson and Lily Von Kriek. Hope I said that right. It's always tricky with names, isn't it? Here we go, guys. Let's get to work. So the very first chord in this song is a D minor. Second finger on the G string, second fret. So that's the note A. We've got a D here and we've got an F there. That's a D minor chord. Okay, third fret there, first fret there. We pick the fourth string. And it's open, obviously, and then we pick through the fourth, third, and second, and we want to kind of rake. So put a bit of pressure, a bit like buttering bread. That can be something you might really need to work on. Not everybody's going to pick that up completely naturally. And as we get to the second string, pop up on the first, just like that. If I lean the pick that way a little bit more, I find it a little easier, and I put a bit of pressure sort of downwards towards the face of the guitar. Then up on the first, just like that, okay? So that's what you want to be doing for that first 4 bars, basically, and then there's a bit of a strum. Down, up, down, up. Down, up, down, up, down. Up, down, up, down, up. So that's the intro. And I've marked the next bit as A on your transcription. 2 bars of D. Now we want to do the same thing from a C chord here. Third finger there, second finger there. You know how to play a C chord, surely. Pick down on the 5th string, but we rake through to about the second, then up on the first. It doesn't have to be perfect. You know, you could be mixing that up. You might focus more on the upper strings. Just try to get the boom, then that clickety sort of sound. A great thing to do is practice it muted, getting that rickety kind of clickety sound. So we do same thing with C, more or less, 2 bars of that. Then we get an F bar chord right across the first fret with your first finger. Use the side of your finger a little bit more, not the flat of it. Use the back side of it a bit more, like as if we're pulling that way. You'll find it a little bit easier if you're getting used to that. It's like playing a power chord, barring that, add the second. This is an exercise in strength if you can't do this. You need to practice it, play it badly, doesn't matter, just do it, you'll get strong enough, it will really help. 6th string, pick down on the 6th string. Okay, and same technique again, we pick down, rake, right up to the top of the guitar. Okay. 2 bars of that, and then we do A. Okay, so the first bar of A, again, A chord, second fret and second fret from the 4th string to the 2nd. Okay, 4th string, 3rd string, 2nd. Pick the 5th string. Pick the 5th string down. Rake from the 4th string. Up on the 1st. 2 bars just like that, okay? If you've got the D minor, you should be able to do the rest reasonably well, okay? Aside from the fact that the F is a tricky chord. As I remember my uncle saying, there's a reason they call it the F chord. So now this next bit here, the horn part. So I've marked this as B, bar 13 on the transcription. You don't have to play this, but I thought some of you might be interested. So it goes... Really nice. Okay, so I want to talk about something first. The actual chords there, if you wanted to just keep playing the chords over the song, instead of playing C, it would actually go to a B flat. I just realized I didn't show you guys this little pinky thing, so I tell you what, let's come back to that. You're probably going to hate me for this, but let's come back to that in a moment. I just want to show you that horn line, and we'll just come back and look at the little tag on the A chord. So, it's just a little bit of... It's a little bit of D harmonic minor there, okay? That's what that scale's from. So if that's D there, D, E, F, G, A, B flat, C sharp, D, E, F, G, A, B flat, C sharp, D. Okay, there's a little bit of backstory for you. And it's really not that hard. So 6, 5, 6, 8, 6, 5, 6. Okay, I recommend alternate picking, but it's not that fast, so you'll be able to get away with all downstrokes if that's what you prefer. You might even prefer all upstrokes, whatever. 5, 6, 8, 6, 5, 6 again. This time we play the 5th fret on the 3rd string. 5, 6, 8, 6, 5, and then we do this little C sharp here, pinky on the 8th fret, so that's on the 3rd string. We go to the 4th string, 8th fret, 3rd finger to the 7th fret, just like that. Okay, and that, it's an A chord, people. How cool is that? Okay, Peter Sandorf, very smart man. He knew what was going on. Now, that A thing that I mentioned before, what's actually happening there? So we get 1 bar normal, and then we get this little extra note there. Down. On the upstroke, okay, I don't know if I've written that 100% right, but this is how you actually play it. Right? Yeah, as you come up, push the pinky out and bring it back. I've actually written it like this. No, it's okay. The way I've tabbed it's okay. Okay, so just... Now I'm kicking the camera stand. That must be great to watch. Okay, so that's just that little tag. Just flick that pinky out. Again, I don't think it has to be 110% perfect, you know. I always like to make the joke, Peter Sandorf's not going to jump out from your cupboard and yell at you if you don't play that right. He might. I guess depends on where he is and what he's doing. Anyway, so the next part here, we've done the horn line. It returns to what I've put as C, but it's just the D minor again. C. And then we just play an F, but we just finish up with that chord. Rake it out like that. Sounds really nice. And there's that gap, and there's that really cool little drum part, and then it goes to this really energetic riff. Shout out to Josh Tarascio. I hope I said his name right, but he's learning this song, and I think he's quite enjoying it. He's a student of mine. So I marked this D on the transcription, and this part goes like this. so let's look at that first. You'll have seen all that in the intro anyhow. If you've got the sound slice, you'll be able to run that. Obviously, go back and look at that. You might open a separate tab for that, etc. But I'm going to explain what's happening here. So we've got an A5 power chord. Really interesting too to me that it's gone from D minor, and this section just happens to be from A. Just brilliant, really, really cool. So we've got this very cool little riff, just a power chord. So the 5th string open, 2nd fret on the 4th. Okay. And I like to drop the palm in and palm mute on the 5th string there. So we go down, down, up, down, and do that quickly with the palm drops, okay? No palm, palm. That's not easy. Da, da, da. So down, down, up, down, 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 okay? Okay, and a little down at the end too. Down, down, up, down, 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 down. Like that, okay? Alright, so that's on the A. It's really just about that right hand. This is obviously not too difficult. I do like to use my thumb to just kind of loosely touch that 6th string. Or I might sort of, even let the fingers sit over the top a little bit. There's a few different ways you can do it, but you're going to have to experiment yourself. Essentially what I'm saying is you want to block off the strings around a little bit. And when you're playing that note, we want to make sure we can't hear that 3rd string open. So keep that finger a little bit flat. And also just try to pick really accurately. That's going to help as well. Keep it tight. So that's bar 29, and then we add the 3rd finger to the 4th fret on the 5th string. We keep that E there, okay, as part of the A. So this is still an A chord, but with the C sharp in the at the bottom of the chord. Now you might think top looking at the, physically looking at it here, but no, we definitely think of that as the bottom musically. So same rhythm, but we get this slightly more complicated thing happening there with the left hand. So we go same rhythm, down, down, up, down, and that's palm muted. Move it up here, so we've got the 5th fret and the 3rd fret, and that goes from being an A/C sharp essentially to a D minor. So okay, now we do this in bar 31. We put our 1st finger on the 3rd fret of the 5th string and 4th string, just like that, and same rhythm. But at the very end, so we just got 3 and 3, we play the 5th fret on the 4th string. You could use your pinky if you want. See, I hit that 3rd string there and it sounded a bit off. So you might want to, make sure you're not fretting that note. Just push your knuckle in a little. Now it's muted. So your finger's elevated slightly and not actually fretting it. But you don't want to go too high. Actually, you almost can't. I was going to say don't go too high and leave that open. It's almost impossible. So get that nice and bent, that knuckle. Alright, so and then we've got this C chord, C/G because the G's in the bottom, G, C and E. Same rhythm. And then we finish by sliding these 2 fingers right back to the 1st fret. Okay, so C/G. Really awesome riff. Okay, and that just repeats 3 times. And then the last bar, and this is bar 41, goes. So it's just an A chord, down again, so. Okay. That's how I transcribed it. So I actually transcribed this when I had COVID quite a while ago, and I have not had time to get around to doing the actual tutorial because things have just not recovered in the household in terms of sicknesses and whatever. So I do apologise. Some of these parts I'm a little sketchy on, but they come back to me pretty quick. So that there, down, up on the A chord, then drop the hand, go up on the 3rd fret, or just slide it up. Come back, up, down, and then lift the fingers, and then down, bring the fingers back, okay? Okay, and if you have any questions, if something's not explained well, don't be afraid to ask in the comments. The more comments, the more discussion down there, the better it is for the video. So you're helping me out. And don't forget to click like and all that stuff. I should have said that at the start of the video. So then we get this last part, section E. Okay, here we go. So that goes, this is a little tricky. Now it's in G minor, or at least at this point, it's kind of sitting on G minor. It's really interesting. Peter Sandorf has a really wonderful sense of music. It's really cool. So okay, so third finger on the third fret there, that's a G, and that's a B flat. Those two notes pretty much make up a B minor. We pick the 6th string, the 5th string, the 6th string, 4th string open, pick the 5th string, pick the 6th string, pick the 4th string, pick the 5th string, pick the 4th string. So it's just a pattern. Just descend. Down, go, down, go. Then hit that 4th string one last time. Okay, and that's at the end of 44. And that last time you hit that, you should already be thinking about moving it up to here. So you might even want to play that, and it's going to sound weird, but you might want to use your pinky on that G, okay? Because then you really want your pinky for this next part. So you might reset that G, but instead of using your third like I said, which was, you know, not really planning ahead, use your pinky. Then you can do this. Sorry. String. So hit the 4th string, slide up, then start the pattern. So 6th string, 5th string, 6th string, 4th, 5th, 6th, 4th. Then we put the first finger on the 2nd fret up here on the E. You pick that, you pick the 6th string, lift your first finger and play that 4th string again. Pick up on the 5th string and down on the 5th fret of the 6th string. So did I say pick up on the 5th string, yeah, and then down on the 5th fret of the 6th string. So many numbers moving around. So that bar goes nice and slow. It's a little tricky. Up on the 4th, you play that 2nd fret, pick the 6th string, open 4th string, up on the 5th string, and down on the 6th string, like that. That's probably one of the more challenging parts of the whole thing. That's not easy. The next bit's not too bad, so it's very similar to what you've already done. Back to the G minor idea. So this is bar 47. Man, just to make things tricky, this time you will need to use your third finger. Because we add this pinky this time around. So we go 6, 5, 6, 4th string, up on the 5th, down on the 6th, up on the 4th string, but put your pinky on the 3rd fret. Whoop. Then you go up on the 5th, down on the 6th, and now you need the 2nd fret on the 4th string because we want this E here on the D string. Okay, and then we play open D string and finish on that first finger. Obviously, we don't lift that finger up, so I'll play that for you really slow. Run that back if you need to, and now watch me play it really slow. So. This time you really can just use your third finger. Because it's just a simple pattern with the right hand once you're up there. So this is bar 49. Okay. So that's the last bar before the verse begins. Let me just play through that whole section again. Now, one other thing I would mention is you could just use the third finger the first time around and slide the pinky in now. Okay. Oh, I forgot that. Sorry. Bar 47. Pinky, 2, 0, 1. So I instinctively swapped to the pinky there for whatever reason, just because I don't know. So that's it, guys. That's the whole introduction. Let me slide back and here we go. Might have lost focus. I hope not. So, guys, that's the introduction. I've got the rest of the song transcribed and happy to do more of the song. I'd really like to see this video hit 100 likes before I do that though. A little bit of give and take, even to just my YouTube subscriber base. My Patrons, I know they do a lot for me, but it would be nice. So I'm just throwing it out there. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. I'm really looking forward to doing the next one, and I will see you guys in the next video.